Yep.
Everyone has commented sandwich so far.
Sandwich.
Sandwich. Yes.
Okay.
Who was first?
We should be live about now. I always avoid having actual content till I make sure that we can verify that we're really live. Joe here with Rogue Fabrication. Are you guys seeing it on your feeds? We're checking with a cell phone right now, just right off camera. So the big deal today is we are doing a live video to announce the winner of our Q1 2023 drawing. We had to stretch the drawing out a little bit for Q1 because we're giving away a roughly $6,000 package that includes this fabrication table and some fixturing and stuff that goes with it. This is one of the fully assembled ones. This is a 4 foot by 4 foot square table. They can be expanded later on to get larger because it's a modular setup and you can make them 8 feet long, or you can buy parts from us to make them absolutely as big as you want to if you're building something huge like train cars, pro mods, think long, think big, mega trucks, stuff like that. So we're going to announce the winner for that. That's the grand prize for Q1. We also had, of course, runner-up and third place. Those are going to be gift cards. We usually do a little bit of news and some Q&A, and then announce the actual winners. So we will be getting to all that. If you guys would like to help me out, go ahead and leave a comment down below and just let us know how the audio looks, how the video looks. We're running 2 lights that you guys have never seen in a live video before. And in this building, we've got, I think, 5 4K cameras. I think they're all Sony's. So it's not always shot on the same equipment, but I love to hear what you guys think and how it's working and kind of upload quality. Usually we're limited on bandwidth, not equipment here for live videos. Peyton and Brandon are behind camera. They're going to be answering your questions and asking me verbally to answer them if they are something that we think should be brought up in the live stream and answered for you guys. So that's kind of the magic and the fun of a live video. You guys get to actually ask questions in real time. So if you guys have any questions about roguefab, tube bending, stuff like that, go ahead and fire them away. We did not bring a tubing bender out here powered up, plugged in. So if you want to see some bending on camera, we've already done that and recorded it. Go to the YouTube channel that you're watching right now. I'm totally just going to shovel you guys right over there. We've got a bunch of videos of us bending tube, including some 2-inch solid bar, some square tube, really cool stuff. You guys might notice my hat. This is signed by Derek from Vice Grip Garage. We just went over there. I say we, meaning not me. I really wanted to go. But Peyton and Brandon just went over there to Tennessee and visited with Derek. They helped him build the short course like NAS truck that he's working on for the burnout competition at the Freedom Factory. Those videos are coming out as he is working on them. And we actually shot some video while we were there. So if you want to see a second perspective behind the build, we did a bunch of tube work with Derek, and we are going to share that with you guys. So if you haven't already subscribed, sometime during this video or after it, check the bell after you click subscribe. That'll enable notifications and make sure you're the first one that gets to see that video when it goes live. So I've got all 3 winners, and I want to remind you guys, go ahead and interrupt if you have any questions whatsoever. The news segment's going to be pretty short. Other than the video we just shot with Derek from Vice Grip Garage, the other big news thing is we are building an endurance race car. roguefab is actually going to build an entire car. We're going to be competing in lemons initially, so we have to start with a stock car, and then we modify it to make it compliant with that race regulatory series. So it's going to be a BMW 2002. That's the model, not the year. So it's a 1972, which means just about 12 months ago it turned into an antique, 50-year-old, which is pretty rad, super old. We're putting a twin-turbo, roughly 400 horsepower straight 6 in it, which is going to be hopefully terrifying. It's going to be a true 3-pedal car, none of this flippy crap. I know they're faster on the track, but I'm old school. I like to actually bang gears like, the slow way, the fun way. So it's going to be a killer build. We're going to show the entire thing start to finish with a ton of detail on all the tube work and anything else that uses the metalworking tools that roguefab produces. This is going to be an entertaining, full build series that has just tool use put in place during the videos. So it'll kind of be a seamless integration of how-to with a lot of entertainment and some fun shop content and camaraderie that goes into building a car. So don't miss that. Those videos will be starting. We're going to record the first one this Friday. It's possible I shouldn't tell you guys that because I have no clue how long it's to edit it and publish it, but those videos will be coming out. Peyton's laughing behind camera because that's basically his job. Not throwing you under the bus, Peyton, I promise.
I feel like
we
there's
just-
a bus that I've been
sometimes,
thrown under.
sometimes we have to go shoot B-roll and it takes time, and then we prioritize other videos, and customers call, we answer the phone. So I have the grand prize winner. I'm of course going to announce the second and third place first to build suspense, as we always do. I'm shocked there hasn't been any questions yet. If you guys have questions, go ahead and fire them away. They could be anything: equipment, shop, updates, satellite trajectory. I won't know the answers to those. So, third place. This is for it was 25 and 50, right? 50 and 100. Okay. $50 gift card for third prize. So it was a quarterly, it was a little bit bigger. I was asking Peyton because he knows better than I do sometimes. So this is for a $50 gift card, and again, if you guys are watching live, it will double this. So if it's a $50 gift card like third place is, if you're watching live, just leave a comment, and we're just going to circle a box on this guy. We're going to double it to a $100 gift card for you because we love our live viewers. Winner of the third place one is Wesley Humans. Wesley Humans from Georgia. $50 gift card, 100 if you're here watching live. Leave a comment down below and say, hey, I'm Wesley and I was here live. And then we'll make sure to double it for you. Second place, this is a $100 gift card, which is the highest second place prize we've ever done. Doubled to 200 if you're watching live. Oh, and of course, we always announce what people bought. Wesley got a set of TIG welding gloves and the drippy turbo sticker. And that was 21 bucks. So we'll return on the investment there. Second place, again, this is $100 gift card, 200 if you're here watching live. Comment below. Kyle McCurley. Kyle McCurley from Nevada. You got the black shirt. We call it Murdered Out. It's got the black logo on it, but it's a black shirt, so it's kind of low contrast. And he got a banner, 2 foot by 5 foot. So the shop's decked out. He's dressed nice. Got some clean threads with the roguefab logo on it. And now he's going to have a $100 or $200 gift card. So there was a third thing I was going to announce that I thought of. Oh, yes. So we're switching the format up. I told you guys we stretched it out to a full quarter so we could give away something really expensive, this fabrication table. We're going to change gears a little bit, and we're going to put it back in low range, and we're going to do a 1 month long drawing. So it started in the beginning of April. All you guys that have already bought swag, like the new bags and stuff we have for welders, those have already entered you. That's going to go toward all the way to the end of the month. There's 4 ways to enter. They add up. roguefab.com/drawings is how you're going to enter. That's for April. And again, we're like 10 days into the month already. I want to show you guys some of that new swag that you can buy to get entered, and let you guys know it's only a 1 month long drawing, and we're giving away a $1,600 prize, approximately. Weld together bender, hydraulics to go with it, air over hydraulic, shipping within the lower 48 continental states, however you want to describe it. Sorry Alaska, sorry Hawaii, sorry Guam, Puerto Rico, Russia, UK, everybody else. And we're also including the bender upgrades package, which is the nicer degree indicator, the all the little giblets that go with it. So we have some new stuff. We have some incredibly sturdy bags. We put our logo on them because we're logo whores and we do that. But don't worry, the guys who made it aren't in the habit of making tubing benders. They've been making welding equipment for decades. Black Stallion. These things have obscenely huge zippers. The sides are actually pretty rigid. They've got like wire in them. These are extremely nice bags to carry your welding gear or honestly anything you want to carry. So they're super, super nice. They've got dividers and stuff inside to keep your MIG pliers and your other stuff, your TIG rod, your filler if it's short, all organized and separated. And the other cool one is the one that Colin was modeling. You guys called it a Darth Vader helmet, which it looked just like, or a Stormtrooper helmet. But this one's great. Obviously, your welding hood goes in the outside. And then this one has the lunchbox with it? Brandon, is this the one with the lunchbox, or is it that one?
That's the lunchbox.
This one
Yeah, do you need to grab the lunchbox?
normally has a lunchbox in it. But so it comes with a lunchbox. This is like your daily carry to the job site bag. So protects your welding hood. If you rock like an Optrel or a 3M Speed Glass like the guys here do, myself included, you do not want that hood getting damaged. This bag costs probably less than half of one of those hoods, and it protects it. Comes with a lunch box that goes inside a little lunch bag. This guy's nice and thick. It's kind of insulated because of how thick and padded it is. It's again got tons of dividers, organization, storage, super rigid, super strong, and this one can be worn as a backpack. So if you wanted to, you can easily carry this one and this one to the job site at the same time. And
Don't drop the lunchbox.
every single one of my lunch is now crushed. My peanut butter and jelly will never be the same. Oh man, a life filled with regrets related to peanut butter and jelly. All that stuff, dollar per dollar enters into the drawings, of course. 2 entries per dollar. So if you spent $100 or $200, you get 200 or 400 entries, respectively. Hopefully, mental math worked out on that one.
Questions?
Questions?
Questions? I
Questions?
got questions. I got a lot of questions.
Questions first, then we'll do the grand prize winner.
Yes,
All
now's
right.
the perfect time to continue asking them. The first question is, if I can echolocate it once again, someone was asking about 2.5-inch tube dies.
2.5-inch tube dies, lovely question. The current model of bender that we sell, the Model 600 series, we call it a series because it's 601, 605, or 625 capacity, standard, medium, ultra high, whatever you want to call them, aren't wide enough to fit 2.5-inch dies in them. We have made 2.25-inch dies for them. I don't think they're on the web page. They're not top secret, but they're really only useful for mandrel bending because of the ratios involved. Again, tube OD to centerline radius, those have to be about 3:1 minimum for round tubing. So a 2-inch tube would want to be bent on a 6-inch radius minimum or bigger. So 2.5, you're looking at like a 7.5-inch radius minimum. Yeah. So it doesn't fit in the machine. The machine's not tall enough to fit a 7.5-inch radius die in it. Also not wide enough. So there's a few problems with fitting 2.5-inch dies in the current lineup of machinery, but you guys probably know where I'm going. The 600 series is not the only machine roguefab's ever going to make. We are currently developing and considering developing larger stuff, other tools. We've always got all kinds of things in the works. If you guys are looking at bigger equipment, look at the cost of that equipment if you're doing thin-walled 2.5 or thick-walled 2.5 and see, if that's a segment of machinery that you think you can afford. Reach out to us. Let us know if it's something you're interested in us producing. We're not going to make a 5-inch capacity mandrel bender that's going to be, 2.5 times the price of our current machine because it's 2.5 times the size of a current machine. It's not the way the ratios work. You need so much more rigidity, features, control, and automation to make huge mandrel bending possible. So have realistic expectations on pricing, but if you do want something big, extremely common question we get, 2.5-inch up to 3.5, 4. Some guys ask about 5-inch. We will eventually make larger machinery. It's inevitable. Email is the best way to get on the notifications list that is exclusive to development-specific notification. So that's where we would put you on a list and say, hey, if you want a tubing roller or a box and pan brake or a bigger tubing notcher or a bigger tubing bender or a mandrel bender specifically for thin or thick or something, we can put you on a list for just that specific type of tooling, and we'll send you an email when we do that kind of thing.
And you get to be part of like the Skunk Works crowd, if we can even say that, like the secret squirrel stuff where you get the secret in-depth hidden photos.
Yeah, you also might get to participate in some of the pre-development marketing research where we say, hey, if you were going to do this, what would you pay for it? What size would you need? That kind of stuff, because we need to know there's a market. That's how we figure that out. So that's about the longest answer to any question we've ever provided in a live video.
It's fine. We got a couple people asking about Gambler 500. Are we gonna make at least a hello or something like that?
Yeah, Gambler 500. I don't think we're gonna do the Gambler 500 this year. Last year we did Hoopty Cross, which Tate Morgan is roughly affiliated with. He didn't create the Hoopty, but we did that. He's a great guy. We love going to their events. I'm sure the Gambler 500 is awesome. I have not yet been. I'm embarrassed to admit that I haven't been yet, even though it started in Oregon, where we are here at roguefab. But sometime we will scramble up a couple rigs that can hold a lot of garbage and go help clean up the world with the gamblers. But this year will not be that year. We're focused on building a car for lemons. That build's affiliated with Krabs Racing. If you go to krabsracing.com, you can check all that out. There's a couple other teams that are competing. It's like a builder race series that's focused on the lemons being the goal event, and that's kind of a fun thing to check out.
A couple of people asking about Rams. Any updates on the Rams?
Rams, yes. So we have air over hydraulic cylinders that power the M600 series machine. We still have some of our as-is rams. I use that in quotes because it's a very important part of the description. We had a supplier that we kind of just shelved inventory from because they didn't meet our quality standards for our retail warranted traditional air hydraulic cylinders that we were selling. And we ran out of our usual supply at the same time Northern Tool did, which was 18 months after Harbor Freight stopped distributing theirs. So no one in the country had them except us that I know of. So we dug into the inventory, made an as-is listing, and we're selling them for 130 bucks or something like that. Prices on our webpage at roguefab.com, but those are guaranteed to work upon arrival, and they come with a rebuild kit and our upgrade knob, and that's the end of the story. They're otherwise as is.
There's 19 left.
There's 19 of them left, which will last us likely until ours come in, our regular retail air hydraulic cylinders. Those have had an estimated ship date on our webpage of April 20th, so 10 days from today. That is still our current estimate. They're in Tacoma or Portland, and if you're from like east of the Mississippi, they're near here, because those city names mean nothing to you. But they're not far away. They're in the U.S. They've landed. They're, of course, these air hydraulic cylinders are imported. They're made overseas in China, like all the other air hydraulic cylinders are. Everything else that we make, all of our machinery, tools, everything else is pretty much made here in the U.S. out of U.S.-made metals. We're very specific and particular about it. We take it very seriously when it says made in the USA. Those rams are not. But that's the story on the rams. We do still expect to be shipping them, around the 20th of this month in April. So we'll have supply for you guys. If you place an order for a bender and an air hydraulic cylinder, if you pick the as-is, it'll ship with it. If you pick the retail air hydraulic, the one that we sell that's warranted and all that, we'll just ship your order without that, especially if you request it in writing, just in your order note, say, please ship my order without the ram. We'll ship it out, back order the ram, and you can weld your bender together, get used to stuff, put the dies in, whatever you're going to do, assemble your cart, and then we'll just ship the hydraulic cylinder out separately later. That way you don't have to be waiting for the whole shipment to show up. Great question, very pertinent to the current market climate. We are getting hundreds and hundreds of those hydraulic cylinders. Can't emphasize that enough. We're getting just pallets and pallets and pallets of them, cubic meters of them. And we will continue to have that supply. The only reason we ran out was because our regular ordering schedule was kind of grenaded by Northern Tool running out in a massive time when Harbor Freight was not supplying them. Harbor Freight will likely bring them back at some point. We don't have a crystal ball. Well, we do, but it's broken. Northern Tools have been in stock and out of stock off and on. When they do get them, they've been getting like 50 of them. So their supply is gone like instantly. We're getting pallets and pallets of them. So you will have a consistent supply from us if you have any problems with hydraulic cylinders.
Splendid. That's about all for questions.
Okay.
There's a couple people asking for some beginner tutorials, Joe. They need
beginner
the
tutorials.
basics of
We
how
just shot some beginner tutorial type stuff. First one was how to weld your bender together. Not tube bending, but how to build your bender. The plan is to take that series forward slowly, one step at a time through setting the bender up to bend, doing your first bend, measuring position of a bend in the middle of a tube. Basically going through the calculators at roguefab.com/tech. There's a whole bunch of calculators that are like the simplest of bend layout design guides that we've created that are free. And we're going to do a video series that goes through those. Brandon will probably be the one who's narrating and starring in those videos. We also just started filming with Colin going through Bend Tech. So the first one we're doing is our survival guide. It's like 3 steps. Most interesting of them is calibrating Bend Tech to your dies and machine, which of course works really well with our bender. Bend Tech is design software. If you guys aren't familiar, it's great. We don't make it, we sell it. It's US-based support through us and through Bend Tech. I think they're in Wisconsin, but I'm sure one of you will correct me. They're probably not there. They're probably near there. But we're going to do more videos on Bend Tech of like how to do a basic design, how to build that stuff, and then so yeah, we're going to have quite a bit of stuff that's basic, beginner tutorial class type things. But I would definitely check out the welding your bender together video if you have one or considering getting one from us that's a weld together, and go to the roguefab.com/tech and then click on design. That's where those beginner design guides are for how to put the bend in the middle of a piece of tubing, how to calculate how to do bump bending, like making a big long radius out of a bunch of small bends, and then also how to do the staple, the 290s on a single piece. Hugely common question. We've got all the spacing and everything, and it's all based on our machinery, and you can also get just start of bend answers out of that calculator, so you can apply it to other machinery, benders made by anybody else. So
Awesome.
Again,
All right,
another super
that's
long
about
answer.
it for questions. And before all 50 of these people decide that their time is better spent
Thank you for
elsewhere.
your patience with all the questions. I know you guys are all like, did I win or not? Now you get to know. The grand prize winner, roughly $6,000 package that includes the fabrication table, some fixturing and stuff. That is Mike Wieland or Weiland. I have a feeling it's Weiland. Mike Weiland. MN? Is that Minnesota? See, I don't know my M states very well.
Amen.
And the exciting thing about Mike's win is he will, of course, get a $100 gift card added to his order if he's here live. Mike, leave a comment if you're here watching. And Mike is, I believe, our first grand prize winner who has ever won the grand prize based on a swag subscription. So this was literally shockingly, the lowest one is a $25 a month swag subscription. Swag subscription is never forget to enter another roguefab drawing again mode, and you just get charged whatever amount you decide, 25, 50, up to I think 150 is the biggest one, per month, and we curate and pick stuff and ship it to you. So you never forget. You can be, on vacation sipping Mai Tais on the beach, and you'll still get your swag delivered to your house where hopefully it's not stolen, and you get to enter, and like Mike, you might win a $6,000 fab table in the process. So did we have any live people entering their comments?
I've not seen anyone, but I always like to double check through the live chat and check out.
We'll go back and check and make sure we didn't miss anybody. If you feel like we did miss you, you can comment twice. It's not going to hurt. But thank you guys so much for watching. Again, there's going to be. No, they're saying
I have one more announcement.
One more announcement.
Just because there were some attentive people on our social media. Walker Fab Lab commented sandwich before anyone else was able to comment sandwich, and did it multiple times. But he will be receiving a hoodie for
Walker Fab Lab. He's in Washington. He used to go by Jaden. I think he goes by something else now, his middle name. So I'm terribly sorry, formerly Jaden. But if you guys haven't seen Walker Fab Lab, he used to work for a really well-known, nationally recognized off-road manufacturing company. I'm not going to out them for who they are, but not that it's a bad thing. But he branched off on his own, and he does incredibly creative work. He uses our bender and notcher, and I think he made his own tube roller. He's got some other tools, but he's in southeast Washington or south central Washington, and just some really cool work. He just did a kid build, like a kid crawler, like a miniature rock crawler, and just hit him up on Instagram. He's also got a Facebook group for homemade and modified tools for tube fabrication, but pretty creative guy, does some pretty cool work, and he was the first person to comment sandwich, and that means he wins a hoodie. So